They're the ones that
We're
are
here.
messing out.
Hey everyone, it's Carl Hovelson here. I've got Michael Bruno with me. I've got Kyle. I forget your last name again, Kyle. What's the last name again?
McQuillan Dominguez.
McQuillan. There we go. And we've got Judy Gunn with us here today.
Yay!
And what we're going to do is, we're going to, because everybody here, I believe, has access to Kalatu Cloud, correct? Yes. Okay, so what we're going to be doing today is we're going to actually go over Kalatu Cloud today, and then I'm going to bring on the panelists, and we're going to discuss what their thoughts are of Kalatu Cloud. I'm going to go through some of the things that I've already figured out with Kalatu Cloud, which is like pretty awesome. And the one thing I need to express here, so everybody has a full understanding, that's the panel as well as all the listeners. They're going to come on and listen. Is that I got to take a drink. Hang on. Kalatu Cloud is in what we call beta mode. Okay. Now beta mode is a beta for a reason. Okay. It is what beta is that it's the beginning. What it is that it allows people to come in and pre-test the platform. Basically, what they want us to do is they want us to break it. Okay. They want to see if we can break it, okay? Because that's how they find out where all the flaws are in it. So far, the only thing that I've actually found that's an issue in the whole thing was they did a duplicate copy of one of the videos in the back office, which has nothing to do with the software. The software I have not found a problem with. I've been through pretty much everything. I beta test a lot of stuff, and I've been fortunate enough to break a lot of it, right, to find those things. And I'm proud to say that because I was able to help enhance and make some things a lot better. I'm not so proud this time. I haven't been able to find anything I could break, right? So, which is a good thing, okay? It's a good thing knowing that this thing is rock solid coming out the gate so far. Now, the other thing is we don't have everything. Hey, welcome, Jose.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. So the one thing we don't have is, I'm just going to mute you out, Jose, I forgot what I was going to say now. Crap, squirrel. Damn. Okay. Oh yeah, the one thing we don't have is all of the components in place. Okay, so we don't have every single component in place because, again, we're in beta. And there's going to be a lot of modules that are going to be added over time. The reason is that they don't want to put the entire package, the entire suite in, because if they did, it would be too overwhelming, okay? Even to veterans that have been, like myself, that have been in the industry for many, many years, if we have too many things to play with, it can be overwhelming for us, just like it can be for some of the new people coming in. So the one thing they want to do is gradually introduce all the different models. Hey, Marky Mark's here. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to be going over basically the basics, and then I'm going to be doing some comparison on what you'd be paying for certain modules in here, like people are doing today. Okay, because a lot of things that people do today, and I did kind of a video explaining this a little bit earlier, is that most marketers today, when they get involved in a program, the programs come out with the basics. They have your basic, your capture pages and your marketing pages. They'll have some banners, maybe some ad copy for you. But what a lot of them don't have is contact management, okay, which is the key part of your entire business, okay? You have to be able to manage your contacts, be able to deliver information to them on a regular basis. So what happens is each marketer has to go out and get these components from separate vendors, okay? So they'll have to go out and get an autoresponder. So they'll go out to different autoresponders that are out there, like GVO or GetResponse or Aweber or I don't know, there's a lot of other ones that are out there. I can't think of them right off the hand, but there's tons of them that are out there, okay? Then you got analytics, okay? Because you get some of those that want to find out, especially if they're doing paid marketing, they want to know if their money is well spent. So they're going to go out and they're going to go and use services like TrackMe, out there. There's lots of them out there. That's the only one that come to mind for me right now. Now, TrackMe, I believe, is something around, I think it's around $20 or so a month. I can't remember what it is. Okay, I've had it for a while. I just got rid of it, and I was paying, I think, 20 or 25 a month for it, and it can go up because there's different levels of advancement you can get in there. You can have also autoresponders that will start at, you know, as low as say $7 or $8 a month, all the way up into the hundreds. Okay, because as your list grows, they charge you more money for. Usually it's about every 2,500 or so. They'll charge you an extra $5 or $10, and it goes up and it goes up and it goes up. Okay. Then you have, of course, video hosting. Okay. Now, as I explained earlier before we got on here, there's free video hosting out there. Okay, like YouTube and stuff like that, but like some of the big ones that are out there. Here's the problem with hosting your videos that are out there. There's always that one person that either doesn't like you or doesn't like the company that you work for. So what do they want to do? They want to go and flag your video. And when they flag your video, your account gets shut down. Okay? So everything you worked hard for is now all defunct. It's no good anymore. Okay? And I hate to say it, but you know, there's predators out there that'll do that kind of stuff. And they do it for fun. A lot of them. Okay? Thinking that it's a, you know, it's a joke. And yet they can destroy people's business. I had someone who destroyed my business about 6 years ago. I had a full-blown channel that was going very, very strong. And what did they do? They went in and flashed for 424 or 427 videos on this, and my video went right to crap, or my business, because everything was wiped out. And I have to go and have to start all over. I have a blog existing today that has over 400 blog posts on it, and none of my videos work on them. None. Okay? So when someone goes to a page and sees no video working on there, they will then flag that as a place they want to go back to. Okay? So people will go out and they will now go and find video hosting someplace else, such as Vimeo, you know, where they will pay to have it hosted on there. And even some of those are still a little shaky. So there'll be other video sites that they'll go, and you'll be paying $20, $30, $50 a month for some of these to have your videos protected. Okay? So I just mentioned just 3 or 4 different services that I know personally that I was using, and a few others that were using, that were costing me anywhere between $150 and $229 a month. Okay? This is what it cost me to be in business to market another business that maybe I'm only paying $40 a month for. So you pay it to get into a business. There's some businesses out there that cost you $5, $10, $20, $30, $50 a month to be an affiliate with. But what they don't take into consideration is it's going to cost you $200 a month to get all the right resources you need to run that business. Okay? And this is something that I need to bring out because I think it's really, really important that people understand that when it comes to running a network marketing business or even a business in general, it could be brick and mortar, corporate, nonprofit, whatever it is, you need to be able to manage your business. You need to have a central hub location. This is what our company has brought to the table. This is something that has been long overdue in the industry for something that's an all-in-one place. Okay? I mean, I'm in my 36th year in this industry. I started back in 79, 80 in this industry. Okay? I've been online since 85, 86. Okay? When the internet was first starting to get evolved, I went straight there. I've been an IT guy for the longest time, so I was with technology when it came out. Okay? So as soon as the internet got there, I was there, just like that. Okay? Now, engaging in business on the internet took me a couple of years. Towards the late 80s and into the 90s is when I was really engaging on the internet, using the internet to build my business. I took advantage of that way back then. Okay, but it was still a challenge because everything was still quite new. The point I'm making is that if I had a contact management system like I have today, right now, that's just being released to us, I'd be in a totally different place today. Okay? You know, I wouldn't be making between, medium to high 4 and 5 figures a month with this. I'd be between 5 and 6 figures a month if I had a system like that. People today that are making 6 figures a month with a system like this will move into 7 figures a month fairly quickly. Okay? The reason I say that is because when you have a contact management system in place as strong and as powerful as what we have here, okay, with this new company that's being, which we don't even know the name of, hopefully we're going to find out that soon. I'm chomping at the bit, as Mark would say, to try and find out what the heck that is. I can hardly wait. But we are on what we call a covert launch name of Project Titan, okay? They've just released the first name of one of our products. We have 3 key products in here. The first product key name is Kalatu Cloud. This is our contact management system. Okay? Now I'm going to be going over a lot of those components today just to show you how powerful this is, and we're going to get every single one of the panel members to chime in on what their thoughts are on that. Okay? So I just want to welcome everybody else who just came on. We've got Sharon that just came on. We've got Larry Mabry that just came on. And I'm not sure who else. Oh, they must have dropped off. There was somebody else on here. So, okay, guys. Before we go in and start looking at Kalatu Cloud and going through some of the components, I want to get some feedback from everybody, okay, that's on here. We actually have one member that's, or one person that's on here that's not even a member yet that I've invited on to come in and see what it is we have, and that's Jose. So, Jose, I'm going to kind of jump over you if that's okay, because you really don't know what's going on. So I'm going to bring on some of the others here, because this is kind of something for you to understand and learn about today. So you know what? Let's start with Judy. Judy, we'll start with you, and we'll move across over to Sharon. Let's get your feedback on what you've seen with Kalatu Cloud, and comparing to everything else that you've used in the past.
Oh, okay. Well, I've been playing today, and I've set up my settings and put my signature on the email on the bottom and had a little play around. And every time I go in and do something else and set it up, it's amazing. It's just amazing. There isn't anything else that you need. Like, the businesses that I've started up cost me thousands of dollars to get all the bits and pieces that you need, and all the different things that you talked about. By the time you get all those up, I mean, you don't make any money forever. Whereas with this, I mean, what is it, $47 to get in, and you've got your whole system there, so you can start up straight away and do everything, and it's all there at your fingertips, and it isn't hard to do. It's not, you probably need to follow the videos if you've never done anything like that before. Once you open up and read all the little bits on there, it makes sense. Like, it isn't difficult to fill everything out. So, I mean, there isn't a business out there that wouldn't love this. I think it's fantastic. Yeah.
I absolutely agree. And there's a lot more that I'm going to go in there and show people about today that I don't think even have realized it within the company yet, that's there, that I've gone in and played around with and figured, like, holy crap, I can do this, right? So, Kyle, let's go over to you. Let's get your thoughts on it, because I know you just got Kalatu Cloud. So let's find out what your thoughts are on it, on what you've seen so far. Just up at the top there, uncheck.
There we go.
There we go.
Yay! I love it. I love it. I have been playing around with it, and I tried to upload contacts, but I guess I don't have any to upload, so I put my one and only contact in there by hand. And yay, a letter went out already. It's just boom. I like it.
Let me ask you this, okay? You're probably using GetResponse, and you're probably using maybe a few. You're not using that yet? Oh, okay. So
GetResponse? No, I have Aweber, and
you got Aweber?
yeah, and I have one person. Yeah, I just switched over to Aweber because GetResponse gave me nothing.
Okay, so how much a month are you paying for that?
The Aweber?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I just had my 30 days free, so now I'm going to go into pay-in mode, and can I just turn it off?
Well, you can, but how much would it be now? Do you know?
I don't remember.
Okay, it's
Uh,
$20 a month.
yeah, that's
That's the
right. Yeah.
minimum, $20 a month. So these kind of numbers I want everybody to understand right off the bat. So we're looking at GetResponse or AWeber. Either one of those is $20 a month. So just write that down. So we've got $20 a month, okay? This is the point I need to make across to everybody who's coming on and listening to this today. Okay, Larry, let's go over to you and let's get your feedback on your experience with Kalatu so far.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Can you hear me?
Yep, sure can.
All right. Yeah, I basically been planning with it myself. I'm like walking here trying to find a spot because I have my hotspot with me here because my reception in my house was horrible. So hopefully you hear me. But yeah, I've been playing with it, trying to get in the spot where you see me. All right. Yeah, I've been playing with it a little bit, and I kind of came on today because I was kind of hoping I could learn more about it.
Yep.
With hopefully what you could show us. But from what I've been playing with, it seems pretty awesome, you know, compared to what we had in the past. And I have GetResponse, and I don't know if everyone else has been having this issue, but I've been having really low, really low rates as far as open rates.
Yep.
So I'm hoping that, you know, with this tool that we have, that people can actually get my emails. My percentages have been really low. People have been communicating, but I have about 4,000 people on my list, and I'm getting like 3%, 2%, some days. You know, segmented my list, try different things. So I'm hoping with this tool that, you know, we'll be able to kind of communicate better with them. And I'm really liking that video feature. I haven't really explored it, but I'm really liking it because I feel like that way we can have more of an interaction, personal response with our people.
Yeah, it's, you know, I'm going to cover as much as I can today. I'm only going to cover what I know, okay?
Okay.
And from now on, for the next few months, these Hangouts are going to be going in and talking more about all the modules, how to use them, how to take advantage of them, how to market them, that sort of stuff. So we're going to get into all that. So one last question I want to ask you, okay? You are using different things to build your business. So you said GetResponse, so that's roughly, if you've got a list of 4,000, you're probably up around $40 to $60 a month, right?
Yeah, I think about $60 a month.
Okay, so that's $60 a month for 4,000 contacts, okay?
Right, it goes up based on how many people you add to your list.
Exactly. Okay, so are you using anything like TrackMe or anything like that?
I'm looking into TrackMe right now. I'm using Bitly, but that only monitors. That's free, but it only.
Basically, what I'm getting at is anything you're paying for, any other service you're paying for to help build your business. Video hosting, tracking, anything like that.
Yeah. What's cool is with Empower, I use a lot of hosting there, and I use YouTube to try to host. But Empower actually has a media hosting feature within the Kalatu Premium. We have.
What I'm getting at, though, Larry, is something that a service you're paying for outside of Kalatu. So that's kind of a service that's already part of what we're doing.
Right.
Okay. So what I'm looking for is like third-party things that you might be spending.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah, there's a texting service that I was looking to get to, but that's a fee for that.
Okay.
Yeah, but I noticed that our product actually has a texting within it, so I haven't really explored it, but that would be cool because I realize a lot of people communicate through phones.
Yep.
So I think that's a huge asset, and I'm looking to play around with that too.
Yeah, it most certainly is. Okay, so far we've got a minimum of 20 to around 4,000 contacts, $60 a month. Okay, so I want everybody to understand that price right there. Okay, I'm going to move over to Mark. Thanks, Larry.
No problem.
Mark, let's get your feedback on Kalatu Cloud, because I know you've played with it a little bit now.
Yep.
And share with us what your thoughts are on it, and if you're using any third-party services and what your costs are currently with third-party services.
Sure. And of course, in perfect timing, someone's at my back door at the office. Hang on, I got to.
Okay, I'll skip over you and we'll come right back. Okay, Mike, why don't you come on, let everybody know, because you just started looking at it. So let's get your thoughts right now, and if you're using any kind of third party like GetResponse or anything like that, let us know what your costs are on that. So you're muted. Make sure you unmute.
Okay. Well, the first thing is GetResponse, which right now is about 13 because it's a small list, so it's not, we're not talking high numbers. But I've also been playing with some of the social media things that like Buffer, like Hootsuite. They do have free versions, but they're very limited. Now when you want the paid version, you get more things. So that Cloud has that now. Um, they have a webinar feature that you told me they took out, but that would be additional money like for Zoom or for um, other companies similar to them. So it's got more things in it than, and for what you're paying for it, it's like you can't believe you're paying only this little much for a lot of things that would cost you a lot more money.
Yeah,
Even
absolutely. Absolutely. And again, like I said, the webinar system was taken up because they're still working on that. They're still making that better. Okay, so that's why that's not in there, and it is coming back in, but they're just doing modifications to it to make it that much better. Okay. Sharon, thanks, Mike. We'll go over to Sharon now. Actually, we'll go back to we'll go back to Mark, and because Mark, I know you're limited for time, so let's get to you.
Sure. No, I'm good. This thing is just absolutely blow your socks off crazy impressive. The way you can import contacts, the amount of information that you can put in, the ability to have conversations with people and track what those conversations entailed, personal information about people. It's just awesome. I mean, there is no autoresponder out there that gives you the ability to put in as much information as this contact manager does. And as a small business owner myself, in brick and mortar, so to speak, that's an absolute necessity. I mean, just being able to just shoot out a random email that nobody even bothers to open, and have no information about the outcome is useless. It's useless. And this thing's incredible. I mean, the video hosting is amazing. What Carl talked about before, I haven't had the pleasure myself of losing hundreds, if not thousands of videos, but that's going to alleviate that whole issue. Audio and video messages and just the analytics are absolutely mind-blowing. Being able to track how long people watch your videos for, if this is what you do for a living, that's just so powerful, so powerful. And more than anything, you don't have to click between 400 different tabs. I mean, you have everything under one roof. I mean, it just doesn't get it. Even if the money were the same, if you had to spend $200 a month, $300 a month for this service, it would be worth it just to house everything under one platform. That alone would be worth it. And so it's a terrific system. I'm absolutely just so impressed with what they were able to put together. The simplicity, the ease of use. It's very, very user friendly. I'm a kind of a techie guy, but it's super easy for anybody to just pop the information in. It's very straightforward. It's a wonderful system. I mean, I can't say enough about it. And I've only just dabbled.
Yeah, I know. You just had it recently. Now, what about what you're spending now? Let's talk about what your costs are for the same stuff that we have here, but you're using through third-party services.
Yeah, for me in particular, I have a list of about 4,000 like Larry, but my lists usually come through paid traffic, so it grows pretty quickly, and so I jumped up to up to 10,000 contact list. So I'm paying $75 a month for that. And outside of that, I'm just my nature. I'm a shoot first and ask questions later guy. So I don't get involved in an awful lot of the analytics. I don't look at things critically. I'm stupid. I don't have time for that. I don't waste my time. I should. I spend a lot of money. I probably should, focus on where that money's going. But I mean, the truth of the matter is, until I have more time available, I just run and gun. I don't worry about it too much. So. So I really outside of the get response, I don't think that I'm spending money on different services, but nothing that is contact.
Yeah, we're only talking about contact.
Right. Yeah, I don't spend anything that I think is related to this product.
We're talking $75 a month roughly is what your costs are.
Yeah.
Okay. So there we go, $75 a month. Okay. When people hear what the cost of this is, they're going to crap their pants. Let me tell you. Okay, let's go over to Sharon. Thanks, Mark.
Yep, no problem.
Let's go over to Sharon. Sharon, let's get your thoughts on Kalatu Cloud. Just need to unmute yourself at the very top. Can you see it?
Yep. Okay, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'm one of those from 2 or 3 different businesses. I've had to spend quite a bit, about $300 a month. But I'm going to save right away.
There you go. So when you're talking $300 a month, is this like on tracking services on auto? Okay, I'm talking about services you're using, like autoresponders, tracking systems, that sort of stuff.
I have GetResponse. I have Aweber. I have a couple other ones that they want me to use, and I wrote all of them this morning. Said, well, I'm going to this one. Want to check the check?
Okay, so you're actually you're actually paying for multiple autoresponder systems right now?
Yes, because I'm in different things, and they said I have to use theirs.
Of course.
And of course, I do what I need to do whenever it's time.
Yeah.
And so I'm writing them and letting them know I'm going to be leaving there, and I'm going to there. If you want me your program, tell me what you want me to do to stay there.
There you go.
Otherwise, I'll be gone.
So your costs are probably around what, $60, $70 a month for services that you're using to run your business right now?
No, 300 or more.
300 or more?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
That's why I was excited to see this.
Oh, I can see why you're so excited. Holy crap!
Oh yeah, I gave myself a raise.
There you go.
Yep,
Well, you know
already.
what? Thanks for sharing that. Right there, folks, when you hear the price of this, that right there, I can see why this lady's going to go out and celebrate, right? Because of the cost difference. Okay? So, thanks, Sharon. Let's go over to Steve. Steve, what's your thoughts on Kalatu Cloud, and what are your expenses currently to run your business? Are you there? Okay, I'm not hearing them. Okay, we're gonna skip over to Chris. Okay, Chris, come on in and let everybody know, because I know you've been playing around with Kalatu Cloud now, and so let everybody know what your thoughts are on Kalatu Cloud and what your current monthly expenses are to run it, like such as your autoresponders and so forth.
Currently, right now, it's about $50 a month for GetResponse. I was contemplating using like Mighty Text to do up to like 5,000 texts a month, but I decided not to do that because I knew Kalatu was coming out pretty soon. And so it's about $50 a month right now. And I was kind of playing around with it. I wanted to watch more of the get started videos first, but I kind of just put in my information and just little things like that. I haven't actually sent anything with the Kalatu Cloud just yet.
Okay, so what is your experience going in there? The ease of use?
It's very, very easy to use. I think anybody who hasn't used a system like this before could easily just go in and be able to set up everything that they need. And the training videos are great. Anyone that hasn't looked at them needs to really just watch them and look at them if they're having any problems at all. They answer all your problems or answer all your questions.
Absolutely. Awesome. Thanks, Chris.
Okay.
Okay, Stephen, are you there? Can we hear you, I wonder? No, I'm still not getting you, bud. Oh, Try again. No. Crap. Thought I had you for a second. Okay. We're gonna have to move on. Sorry, Steve. I'm not sure why we can't get you on there, but you know what? Okay, here's what I want to do, folks. I want to go through and I want to start sharing the Kalatu Cloud back office. We're going to talk about a few things. I'm going to show a few things that are in there that I've been able to figure out. Okay, and I needed to. I can only show you guys what I figured out. Okay, there are other things that there are other tutorials like Chris and everybody else has mentioned in there that give you some basic walkthroughs. I'm going to be showing you some of the stuff that I've been able to do, such as transferring my letters over from GetResponse to and setting up my new letters in the new autoresponder system and so forth. I'll show you through how you can manually input people into the system, that sort of thing. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and I'm going to share my screen. So let's just see if I can get this done. Crap, hang on. Okay, here we go. Okay, you guys can see my screen, right? Can I get a yes from somebody, just to make sure? Anybody?
Yeah,
yes?
You're on.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay, so this is Kalatu Cloud. Okay, and what I'm going to take you guys through is I'm going to take you through a few of these modules that are on here right now. So let me just we're going to go and we're going to look at the audience manager. Okay, now this is where you're going to be putting in and manually putting in your contacts. Now there are different things in here, different ways you can do things. You know, you've got the verified opt-in settings that you can set, like for double opt-in, single opt-in, that sort of thing. Because we're in beta right now, folks, okay? Remember, we're in beta right now. We're building the sales force. It's not open to the general public to be customers and so forth yet. So right now, there are a lot of things that are either suspended or they're still working on to bring in. Basically, as I mentioned at the very beginning here, we are beta testers. In other words, we have brought in to see if we can break this. Okay? That's what our purpose is right now. If we can go in and break this, what this does is it helps the programmers fix these glitches before we actually physically launch to the general public. The worst thing you could ever do is launch a product that is substandard. That's the worst you could ever do. So this company is like right on top of things. They have all of the affiliates now going in there and working every aspect of every module that's in here, trying to break it. They don't realize they're trying to break it, but that's the whole purpose of this is. They want to find that if we go and we click a button and all of a sudden it comes up with an error message, well, they want us to go and send in a ticket to say, hey, this button just created an error message. What's going on? Hey, thanks for showing me that. You just broke it, right? So that's the purpose of what we're doing here. But I'm going to take you through the ease of use on this because, quite frankly, I've been a beta tester a lot, and I love to be a beta tester because I like to break things. But the saddened part that I have about this is I haven't been able to break anything yet. So that's a good thing. Okay? So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to just show you how easy it is to put someone in here. So I'm just going to put myself in the system, although I'm already in. I'm going to put myself in with a different email. Okay, and I can put in a country number if I wanted to put my phone in there. So I'll put a country number in. I'll put my area code in. Okay, I'll put my phone number in. Yes, you'll see my phone number. Just try not to phone me too much. Okay, and I'm a new prospect. Woohoo! So now I can have that set up, and I can also have it set up so that they go to my autoresponder list and everything else. So all this goes in here. So once you input a new person in here, they are already set up and ready to go to everything. Your email system, your autoresponder system, your webinar system, everything. Okay? So you'll just go and you'll go click save. Oh, hang on, let me just show you that they have the different categories. They'll have drop downs. See, they got webinar and non-categorized. So it's up to you to set up the different categories that are in here, and I'll see if we can go in and do a little bit of that too. Okay. So just save and close, very, very simple. Now I'm in the system. Now you do have, at this point here, you can import your contacts from a CSV, XLS, XLXX, or a text file. However, at this point, because we are in beta pre-launch, there are restrictions in place. Not everything is active. So if they come in through a CSV file, and this is very important for all new affiliates, they will have to double opt in, okay? So the other thing about this is at this point, you have a maximum of 250 contacts to go in here for testing only, okay? This is another thing I need. This is a testing time. A beta is a testing time, okay? When it launches officially to the general public and everything, then it'll have an unlimited amount in there, okay? So, and you'll be able to see that all when it comes in. But right now in beta, they only want us having 250 contacts in there maximum right now for testing. So here's how you can get around the double opt-in. You can actually go to your list and grab them. It'll take you roughly on 250. It will take you roughly about 4 hours, okay? Maybe a little bit less depending on how fast you type, okay? To add in 250 members, because it's about, I don't know, I'd say 20 to 30 seconds a customer, okay? So whatever that'll be, maybe 2 to 3 hours, whatever. It all depends on what your speed is, okay? To put in 250 members. You can manually put them in here just by clicking on here, and they will go manually into the system without having to do a double opt-in. That's the only single opt-in way. Okay, everybody got that on the panel? Good? Okay. Now, I don't know what this is right here now. This has not been explained to us, so I'm not even going to touch this. Okay, I'm only going to be talking about what I know. Okay, so that's the audience manager right now. The upgrade, downgrade, contact package, have no clue what this is here. This might be something for down the road. I don't know. Okay, now this is cool. Okay, we have our own inbox. Okay, which means we have our own email address, everything. Okay, that comes with this system. You can literally manage everything from here. Okay. Now, you get, you can check for new messages that you have in here, or send a new message in here, and where you can put everything in here in HTML format, whatever. You can embed videos, you can, or the video links and audio links, everything you want to do in here. See, insert video, insert audio, and it does it in a way that when you click the link, it goes to an outside source, because it is illegal to put live running audios and videos in email. Okay, so the system is designed to put it in there so it looks like it's actually there, but when you click it, it goes to an outside source. Okay, which is very, very cool. And then, of course, you can send it off, right? So basically, if you've got, I don't know, you have a Gmail or something like that, or whatever it is, you can actually make this your central or your primary email, and then use the others as your secondary emails. I know that's what I'm probably going to be doing. So long Outlook, right? I don't know how many of those people love Outlook. I don't really love it, right? Now we've got the email campaigns, okay? And I'm going to go through here, and then I'm going to stop, and we're going to go back to the panel and get their thoughts on some of the stuff, or you guys can jump in at any time. If you guys got to jump in, you jump in and let me know, okay? So,
Mark, can I just talk? Mark?
No, it's
Can you
Carl.
hear me?
It's Carl.
No, it's Judy. Sorry, Carl. I'm just talking about the email. I set up my email today, and they have, if you've got more than one email, which I have, you can put all your emails in there, and then you just click the button for the one that you want to be, your priority one. So I've put 3 emails in there, and then the system itself, once you put it in there, you click on the button, and then you just wait. The little thing goes around, and then it'll come back and say you're verified.
Yeah.
So it does all that while you're adding them in. So that's really neat.
That in detail, but that's exactly what it is. So you can actually use a current email. You can do that kind of stuff, or you can just use this system. So you have choices. lots of choices. Okay. Thanks for bringing that up, Judy. The other thing is creating, well, let me go into the show more area here. Okay, you'll find this, they go over this in the actual audios. Okay, you'll see that we've got an FAQ list that's here. Okay, that has all of the introductory audio or videos in here. So make sure you go through those. Okay, that'll give you some basics. The only problem here you're going to find is this audio 5 or video 5 and video 6 are the same video. They forgot to put the autoresponder one in there. That's the only difference that's missing with that. Okay, so it just talks about the emailing campaigns. Okay, so the emailing campaigns are very similar. Okay, so you can go in to send the email, and you'll go in, you'll select the people you want to send it to, whatever. You go through your list and you check off whoever you want to send it to. Okay, and then you can go off and create your actual letter. Okay, so so that's the email campaign. So you can send the campaign. You can create your templates. The templates are very cool too. They're very similar to the autoresponder ones. So you can have designer templates for your email. You can either do HTML, or you can do plain text, right? Or you can do big templates, and they've got lots and lots of them in here. Okay, as you can see, so many different categories all over the place of different, all depending, because this is built for general sales and marketing. Okay, this system is not built just for network marketing. This is built for anybody in the sales marketing industry, which is pretty much 95+% of all businesses worldwide. Okay, every single business has a marketing sales department. Okay, where they have sales reps that go out, have lists of clients, trying to bring into the company and be able to promote to them, being able to send them updates, everything. That's what a contact management system does. Okay, so we have everything that's in here. This is a slick system that I haven't seen anywhere all in one ever. Okay, and it gets even better than that in a lot of cases. Okay, so we've got some email templates here as well. Okay, for some of you that have gone in to do some of your own designs or whatever, you can create your own categories, add your own pictures, all that kind of stuff, and then you can go in and develop your letter that's in here. Again, I don't want to get into too much on stuff here. You know, you can add your signatures. Okay, so if you have signatures that are set up someplace, you can copy the code into the signature area here, and it'll preview exactly what it looks like here. Now, I don't have one done, so I can't really show you one. Okay, that's something that I should probably get done. I don't have a signature built. So unless there's someone on here who has done that, Judy, I think you said you did that, right? Yes?
Yes,
No?
I did. I set it up, and then underneath that, you get all the little pictures for your LinkedIn and your Twitter and all that stuff as well.
Correct. Okay. So
Yeah.
what you're going to do is you're just going to copy that code into here. The code will show the preview, and then you can save it in there, and it'll automatically go into all of your letters at the bottom. Okay. Very cool, slick feature. Okay. That this has. A lot of people like to have signatures in there. You'll find that there's a lot of programs like Outlook, and a lot of them have that kind of stuff too. So it's all built in here, allowing you to do the same thing. Okay. Let's look at the autoresponder, and this is the one thing I'm kind of going to cover a little bit more detailed right now, because a lot of people have been asking me, you know, how is it that we can move from, you know, move our letters over. Okay, right now, unless there's a way to do it, I haven't figured it out, okay, to actually create or grab a list from GetResponse and import it into here. If there's a way to do it, I haven't figured that out yet, guys, so I can't share that part with you. I know a lot of people are asking me, can we copy our lists over? Unless somebody else has figured that out, feel free to jump in and let me know, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, I'm going to show you the web form templates, okay? I'm not going to go into the designer form because that's a little bit more advanced. I'm going to go down to the basics for everybody, okay? With just a basic form here. Someone is not muted, please. I'm not sure who that is. Check to see if you're muted out at the very top. There's a little microphone. Click on it until it turns red. Okay, thank you. Okay, so what you're able to do here is you have your setup. So you can go in, you can call whatever you want your template to be. So, we'll just do test, I guess, test template, just for the heck of it, just showing people. Okay, so we're just going to do that. You can have a reCAPTCHA in there if you want. Okay, so if anybody doesn't know what that is, that's sometimes when you see those little blocks at the bottom and it's got a number in it or letters in it. You can add that to it if you want to have those on there, all depending on what you're looking for. You can select from your categories, whether it's customers, hot prospects, new prospects, or if you've created your own category, you can select that, whatever that is. Okay, and then you can add it to the lead category. Okay, if you want to create your own. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is you're going to click Next, and you're going to go to the Theme Builder. Okay, this is very cool because you'll be able to add a lot of things in here. So you're going to go to Theme Builder. This is where you're going to build your page. Okay, so you've got the color themes. Okay, so you could select colors, the different colors you want it to be. Whether you just want it to be, whatever it is. It's all depending on what you're selling and whatever your pictures are you're designing or whatever it is. You could do a full background, where you can use an image, right? So we change the image, and we'll just find one that's on here someplace. Just let it load, because it has lots of images too. Hopefully it won't take too long because I'm sharing. Okay, so you know what? We'll just go down, select. We'll select this one. Okay, just for the heck of it. Okay, so not a great image to select, but the images actually have to be a certain size that are in there, and let me just go down and here, that might be a better one. We'll just grab that one there. No, it's still doing that. Okay, haven't figured that out. Okay, anyways, we'll move on for a sec. Okay, we've got the font size. You can select it. They all set to 9p. I usually use 14p for everything because it's a good size for people to read. I have a visual disability, so it's easier for me to read things when the fonts are bigger. Okay, the background bodies. I don't know. I mean, there's so much stuff you can play around with. The headers you can play around with if you want different color backgrounds on your headers, that sort of thing. That you can play with. Okay. You got the designer form, so you can have text, you can have hidden, you can have checkbox, drop-down menus, whatever it is. If you want to, add a menu in there, however it is. I'm not going to go through completely building a page, okay? Because I'm still actually learning all this, and I don't want to actually show some things that may not quite possibly come out. Hopefully I'll have that all sorted out by time next Monday comes around, and then we'll have a lot more specific things we can do. See, so we've got, this is the drop-down menu that I told you I put in there. Okay, so I can always delete that if I want to take that out. Okay, so you can add all these things and you can move them around that are in there, so you can move them up and down, that sort of thing. Now let's go to actually creating the autoresponders. Okay, so this is the one thing I wanted to really talk about, was the pages. Okay, with me, I've created, like, I've got, for my Titan paid members that they move over to, and then I got my Titan welcome members. So I've got certain pages that are in here. So all you do is you click on that. That's to edit it, and then at the bottom you can add your different pages in. Okay. So what I'm going to show you guys right now is how I added a letter from GetResponse. Now, there might be a better way to do this, but this is how I figured out to do it. See, it says copy an existing campaign letter. I think that's only from within the system and not from outside. So I haven't been able to actually look at that more thoroughly, but I believe it's only from within the system that can be done. Because if any of you guys remembered when they launched this in Nashville, they were talking about how you could create an autoresponder letter series, and if somebody else liked your letter series, you could share that letter series with them. I believe that's what that option is for. So they could take your letter series, put it there, and it will convert all of your links and your information to their links and information.
All right, Carl, get to work. I need to copy all your stuff, bro.
What's that?
I said I need you to finish up quick because I need to copy all your stuff, man.
Okay, so I'm going to go through this as quickly as I can right now. Okay, I have right now. This is like my first welcome that I've got for some of the people that I have in here. So what I do is I just go into my entire letter there. I copy it. Then I move back to my Kalatu Cloud. I use the plain and HTML because people I have found are not just opening HTML. Some of them don't have HTML engaged in their email for whatever reason. Maybe they got an older computer or whatever and it doesn't load it, so they read everything in plain text. So I want to make sure that everybody I'm sending an email to is going to get my plain text. Okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to be selecting the time. So I don't want this immediately triggered afterwards because it's going to be a different letter that I'm putting in. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up for, let's say, 5 days later. Okay? After the first autoresponder letter. Okay? So what I want them to see in the messages or the contact fields is going to be like, you know, first name and say email. Okay? So that's, and then of course you can write a description in here if you want. Now this is your subject line. Okay? So you can decide what you want to have in there. You can either have nothing in there, you could have your own title in there, you could have whatever it is. Like, you know, you'd want to have something like, let's just take this out here, and you can go, you know, hey, and then first name, okay, for the contact, read this now, okay? So, and then you can have, you know, important must talk about call to action all the time, okay? What you need to do is you need to always have a call to action that is going to hit their curiosity, that's going to make them want to open it, okay? The subject lines are so vital in everything, and the short description. Because when they open up your letter, okay, when they see your letter in their email, when they see the subtitle or the capture, the subject line, I should say, that's what's going to make them decide whether they're going to open it or not. Now, depending on how their email is set up, when you highlight to the subject line, then this description shows up. Okay? So it's important that this thing is actually feeding on the subject line. Okay? So if you want your open rates to be high, you need to make sure that that subject line is going to be enough to make them open it up. Okay? Give them reason to open it up. Okay? So now we're going to go on to the HTML. And this is real important that we're doing all this, okay? So the first thing I do is I always hit the save button here, okay, because I want to make sure it's saved. Then I'm going to go to the letter builder. Now, what you do here is you just double click in here and it opens this up, okay? So then you just go in and you cut and paste your information, okay? So now I just cut and paste all my information in there. You see how that is? Okay? So now what I can do is I can click on the save. Okay, so now it's saved into here. So now I can close my letter builder, and now I can go on to the plane, and you'll see that it's all populated in the plane. Okay, everything is in there. Now you can go in, you see everything that's beyond that line there. You can just start hitting the enter key right after the letters of the ones that are there. I'll usually do it just before there so that they stay outside that line there. Okay, this is important in text messaging. Okay, when you're sending a text email, they got to be a certain length. Okay, so and not much you can do about the link. Okay, so now we're down to the bottom. Now this is done. It's looking good. Gonna save that. And now I'm going to move next to the finished copy. Okay, so there is everything there. I'm going to save again. And I'm telling you guys to save all the time through this, because if you don't, there is a chance it may not save. And then you got to go back and do it all over again. So take the extra steps and hit the save button. Okay? And then, of course, you're finished at that point. So now what I have is I've got a completed letter. So now I can go down and I will see that, see, hey, first name, read this, you see, and 6 days afterwards, and it's in there. Now, the other thing here, see this? There's your spam score, 0.70 on a spam score, okay? What we've been seeing in here in open rates is, at least most of the people that I've been talking to that have been beta testers and beta testing this thing before everybody else got it, the open rates have been between 25 and almost 40%, okay? Which is incredible considering my open rates have been about between 0.57 and 3.5%. Okay, so phenomenally higher open rates with the system here, because it is, you know, what it's doing with the system. It's the way that it's designed and set out in here. They've done something in the mechanics here that have been able to deliver your information to them to get them to open it. I don't know what it is. I can't even begin to explain that. I'm not a programmer. But when I look at my open rates of being, you know, 0.5% to 3.5%, and then, you know, I sent out to 11 people in here and I got like a 26% open rate from 11 people. It's like, man, I was sold on that, you know? So I don't know how anybody else feels. If you got a list of 4,000 or 5,000, imagine getting a 30% open rate. Okay, you're looking at, what is that? 4,000. You're looking at 1,200 people opening up your emails, roughly, okay, versus 120 to 300. I don't know. I'd take that any day of the week. So, anybody want to comment on what I've covered so far? You know, and again, this stuff is just what we've experienced in here so far. Let me go back.
Question.
Okay. Anybody want to comment?
I have a question.
Sure.
So right before you finished the what was it, the email responder setup, or?
Well, it's either
I
or.
wanted to ask about the video.
The email and the autoresponder go through the same builder. So you need to save. You need to save. I'm telling you, okay, to save on each step, okay? Because I actually went through and thought that I could save at the end, and by the time I got to the end, it didn't save. I had to go back.
And that's really vital.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So, you know, it takes like 1 second to click that save button, and then you move on. Remember, this is on a cloud server, so everything is 100 times faster than anything else that's out there. It's instantaneous, okay? So just as you're going through, save the steps, okay? I'm just saying, it may not happen to you. It happened to me, but if you want to avoid any kind of aggravation, click the save button, okay? Otherwise, you're working
My
like
question was
who never does anything right? Just like me, I was a technician for 20 years, and I preached everybody do your backups. And what do I not do? I don't do my own backups, right? So, you know, try to just be what everybody else is. Don't make the mistake that some of us do. So hopefully that answers your question, Nicole. Anybody else want to chime in?
Actually, it was about the video. Yeah, it was about the video. Now, did you embed the video yourself, or did you have to like upload it and then?
I actually haven't done anything with video yet. That's why I'm not covering it, because until I actually do it, I'm not going to sit there and try and think and try and you know, I want to go through and get every module down, and that's why I'll be doing stuff like this forever. Eventually, they're going to come out with all these videos that I'm doing right now and stuff like that. We won't have to worry about it. But right now, I'm going through and covering what I know, what I've used, and what I know works so far in everything. So I haven't covered everything. So again, just Just what I know is what I'm going through. Okay. So anybody else want to chime in on what I covered? Did it make any sense? Okay, go ahead, Judy.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So when you were going through the templates and you saw all the different coloured ones and all the different ones, I don't have any of those in mind. So are they still coming for some people, do you think?
You should probably have. You haven't clicked on the right place. I'm not sure. You know, maybe we can get together afterwards, and it might be. I'm really not too sure. Like, if some people don't have it, it could be maybe certain modules aren't quite there yet. I'm not sure. But feel free to give me a call after this, and we can do a quick screen share and see if maybe you're not clicking the right place. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead, Kyle.
I was wondering on the manager, can we import Facebook friends or Facebook connections?
I don't know. Not yet.
Okay. And I have another question. What is CSV, XLS, etc.?
Those are actually formats. Like different providers will have a different format. An XLS or an XLSX, those are different versions of Excel. Okay, same as a CSV file. It's an Excel file, a CSV. It's just done in a different format. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
it all depends on which provider is using whatever format. Those are the different formats that you would download in an Excel spreadsheet type format, and that's how they embed it into all the modules. Because you got to remember, all of the programming that's in there is basically done in a format of what Excel looks like, but it's a more advanced, right, through the programming. But the blocks that everything is in is all in the same type of format. That's why they use these files. Okay.
Yep.
So hopefully that makes it. I don't want to go into all this real techie garbage to try, because then you guys really wouldn't understand anything. So.
And I got one more question.
Okay, for $49.95, you can ask your third one. No problem.
Well, it's about Twitter. So when we get done, can we go back to Twitter?
Just
a quick question, and you can answer it.
I probably won't be able to answer it because I'm not your Twitter guy.
Well, poo. Okay, fine. I'll talk to Michael.
Michael, you'll have to do that. Yeah. All I want to cover here, actually, on this thing here, is just Kalatu Cloud. Okay.
Yes, sir. All righty. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else want to chime in? Mark is quiet. What the?
I'm suspect today because I'm awfully quiet. Well, you see what happens when you hit on a subject that I don't really have much experience with. So I've only been able to dabble. You know what? I'll be pumped and ready for Tuesday's hangout though, because I got this weekend to work on it.
Yeah,
so,
I think everybody will be. So
yeah.
You know, and here's what's so powerful. I'll get to you in a second, Larry. You know what's so powerful about this is that when the more of us that get into this thing here and we start sharing the experience, this is how we attract the masses that are out there. Because when people are coming in and using this tool and they're just over the moon out of it and finding out that, hey man, I'm not spending $300 a month, I am spending $47 a month for everything that I've just gone over and shown you. And I didn't go into everything yet. We're going to go through a few of the other modules yet, okay? And there's still modules that aren't there yet that are coming in $47 a month, okay? So
we got to put that in perspective, Carl. I spend almost twice as much for that than that for an autoresponder alone. Exactly. That doesn't do half of what only the autoresponder does. Yeah. So, you know, the ability to do everything for that amount of money is absolutely mind-blowing, and I think I need to talk to David because he's undercharging for it. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It makes no sense.
We don't know what's all coming out, but you know what? No. For the basics of this system, which we see right now, even if he was to go in and update, I don't know if you guys can hear me.
Yep.
Okay, because my stuff froze. Even for what we have right now, the basics, this thing is it's the bomb. And like you said,
I mean, really, I'm
you're
spending
way over-
twice as much for an autoresponder that doesn't do even what this autoresponder does, and then everything else on top of it. I mean, it's amazing. It's
And
amazing.
again, we're just talking the autoresponder, okay? So everybody that I talk to in here is paying anywhere from $13.50 to hundreds, okay? And we were just talking autoresponders, okay? And we're talking a product that is, you know, we have an affiliate fee of $20, and then it's $27 a month for this actual product. So we're talking. I don't know. Am I still there?
Yep, you're here. We got you.
Everything is kind of freezing up on me, so I don't know if I'm still here. Okay, so we're talking about a product that's $27 a month, and that the average person is spending over that a month on just one module that's not even in here. We didn't even talk about the video email system. We didn't talk about the audio email system. We haven't talked about the social media marketing that's built into the back there. That's huge too. Okay.
No analytics.
We didn't talk about the video hosting that's in there.
Right.
Okay.
The analytics.
The analytics we didn't talk about. You know, just alone, Track Me, I think, is like 20 or 25 bucks. I think that's what I was paying a month, something like that for it. Okay, and that's just to track. What that was to do is to track all of my, you know, the analytics on all my advertising and stuff like that. Well, that's all in the back. That's all included in this darn thing. Okay, so you know, just tools alone is going to save anybody at least $100 or $200 a month from using all these outsourcing services that are there. Okay. You know, one of the things I didn't talk about was the actual the actual contact manager itself, where it's managing right from you know you're managing your email and everything, where you can have your database, where you can have people where you can actually phone them right from there. You can schedule phone calls. You can track the phone calls. You can track the length of the phone calls. You can track all that kind of stuff. That's another service that's out there to do that. That's all built in. Video heat mapping that starts anywhere from I think it's about $12.50 to $14.50 a month, all the way up to almost $100 a month, depending on the type of service you buy with video heat mapping. Video heat mapping is what you mentioned earlier. Is when you do a video, and I do 1 to 3 a day, I think, videos roughly, where I can actually track when people, how far they watch, and when they cut off, when they stop watching, and I can find out where did I go wrong in that video? So it'll allow me to go in there and edit and fix that video, or just completely redo it and make it better. Okay? I mean, when I think about this, you're right. It's almost like, how can we give it away this cheap?
Providing value.
Honest to God. I don't know, right? You know, here's the beauty about this. And, you know, here's where I believe with David, I think he undervalues it in a certain point. You know, he talks about Kalatu Cloud doing $250,000 or more a year. I think this is a product that will actually create anywhere from, I don't know, 10 to 50 million a year in sales once this thing gets going. It's going to be that powerful. I mean, when you look at the autoresponder companies that are making millions and millions a month, okay? So you got to go, Mark, or you got to talk? You got to go? Okay. Thanks for stopping by. Kyle, you got to go? Okay. Thanks. Or you got to talk? I don't know. You want to talk? You got to go. Kyle.
I was waving bye to Mark.
Oh, okay.
And I'm waving at Larry because he's been sitting there for, you know, like 10 minutes waiting to talk.
Okay. Well, I'm going to get Larry on right now. So, Larry, come on and give your thoughts, bud. Larry, you there? I think we got some delay going on. He's giving me the silent treatment because I didn't let him talk. Okay, we'll see if we can come back. Larry, just jump in when we can hear you, maybe, and see. Anybody else who want to chat in? I don't know how much more I'll go and cover. I might save some more for next week, maybe. Jose, you are new here. You aren't even a member at all. I invited you on here today. What are your thoughts about what you've heard today on things? Just if you don't know where your mic is, just go up to the top there and just uncheck it from. It should be red. The microphone. Just click it. There we go.
I think it's fascinating actually when you hear all the costs that everything has, and then you could all pull it all in one. It sounds amazing.
Well,
I can see it in the faces of everybody when they talk about it, how excited they are.
Well, there you go. So let me ask you something, because you are like a complete outsider to all this. You don't even know kind of even what's going on with this here. You know, you're obviously doing some stuff in the industry.
Learning.
What do you think this could do to help that business, whatever business you're doing right now?
Like you said, it's all in one. I could just give you an example. I started something that was a simple mail out that I started, and I tell you, just putting it out was so tedious and took so much time. And you basically could do everything and just sitting down and just, and again, you're not even touching on the social media one. It sounds amazing.
You know,
I don't.
And for the price, $47 a month for everything here. And again, I haven't even touched everything yet. I mean, I would have to go for another hour, and I don't think I'm going to do that, because I think right now you guys are probably already sick of listening to me for at least, you know, just over an hour already. So I'm going to probably carry on to the rest of the stuff next week, because there's just so much to cover. But Jose, I appreciate you coming on here today, you know, and if you want to talk further on this, you know, if you have some interest, then you and I can get together on that and do that. But I want to thank you very much for coming on today, because it's really cool for us to get an outsider's view. And yours is outside as it can be, because you're not even a member of this business that we're in, and that. So thanks, Judy. Have a good day. So I appreciate you coming on here today.
But it was like fascinating. It was I learned a lot.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Okay, bye.
Okay, everyone. Well, I'm going to call this to an end. So I really appreciate hanging out here today, and hopefully I covered some good stuff today. You know I didn't quite get into everything, but again, I'm still learning, just like everybody else is learning. And who knows? Next time you guys come on here, and you're going to come on, okay? Because you're not going to get off that easy. You're going to come on here, and I'm going to bring you on. I'm going to say, hey, why don't you share your screen and show us what you've done, okay? So. And now I've scared everybody to death. They're going to run for the hills, and I'm never going to get hold of them.
Bye. I'm out of here.
Well, you know what? It's the reason I'm saying that, everyone, is because this is so important. Because what it does is it gets you to go and be a little bit more aggressive with your system to figure out what it is. And believe me, there's going to be stuff that you're going to figure out. You're going to go, oh man, that's so cool that we haven't even figured out yet, right? And that's why these panels are so powerful, because we're going to get people coming on here that say, hey, did you do this? Have you figured out how to do this? You know, and next thing you know, we're all doing that, right? So this is what's so beautiful about doing these kind of mastermind type trainings that are on here. So I do appreciate all of you guys for coming on here today and hanging out with me. Hopefully what I shared was worth some value. You know, so, but next week we're going to get into more stuff. I'm going to be getting into a lot more detailed on creating pages this weekend, marketing pages. We'll be getting more into some of the, and Rob's just coming on as we're going off. You missed it, Rob. We're just closing out, bud. But you know what? While I have you on here, let me just ask you this before we close out. Have you had a chance to dive into Kalatu Cloud yet? If you have, what are your thoughts on it so far? And if you could share what your costs are of, say, using autoresponders and stuff like that, third party outside of here, compared to what the price is of this.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Can you guys hear me? Am I coming through okay? Okay, good. So here's where I got so far with it. I have, because what I'm going to ultimately do is import as many leads that I already have into there. So that's what I'm working on. So in the beginning, since we're in beta right now, you can only do 250, I just had a formatting issue. It came up with the, I just got to work on it. I just need a little bit of time, but it came up with the email and the name connected together, so it wasn't clean. So I got to figure out to get the correct importation format, or whatever you want to call that. But I'm looking forward to it. Once I get some leads in there, then I obviously want to start getting some great information out to them. Currently, I have a couple of resources that I use. So I would say, if to add up my current costs for autoresponders, I'd say like in the $75 a month range, I would say. So, and what I plan on doing, there's one for sure that I'm looking to replace. So I'm looking to literally replace a $44.95 a month resource with a resource that's only going to cost me, what, $10 a month as a founder in in Project Titan. So that's a good cost savings of $37 a month, which I can apply to whatever, Facebook advertising, solo ad. So yeah, I mean, I wish I had more I could say about Kalatu Cloud. It looks awesome, and I can't wait to just continue to dive in. So maybe like next week's hangout, I'll have a little bit, have an update of where I'm at with my process. But yeah, it's just exciting. I can't even. My issue right now is I just wish I had more time in my life to do things, because I got so much work that I could do. But with life and different things, you can only do so much in a 24-hour period. But if you guys got time, buckle down. Any moment that you can spare with this business, this is the time to do it. To learn, not just spin wheels, but literally do great activities that are going to drive you sales. And one of them would be getting familiar with Kalatu Cloud, because, as Dave Wood says, be a product of the product. So you'll be a more effective salesperson about this product if you're kicking ass with it. So that's all I got.
Well, there you go. And again, this is kind of early, because a lot of the members have just started getting it rolled out. So maybe they've had 1 or 2 days to actually dive into it yet. Where I was fortunate; I was one of the original beta testers, so I've been into this thing for about, I don't know, 7 or 8 days now or whatever, right? So the great part is I think by next week, more people are going to get into things. They're going to see how exciting it is. They're going to get excited about what they can do with this thing here. And again, like I mentioned, be bringing on people to see what they've done with it, to find out if they can teach me some stuff that I couldn't figure out. So, which is going to be awesome. And that's the beautiful part about again, having these panels and having everybody now starting to get exposed to it. So, guys, I'm going to let everybody go. It's kind of a busy day for myself here today. Don't forget, tonight we have the meeting tonight, okay, with David Wood, and again, it's the 21-day game plan meeting here at 9 p.m. Eastern. Don't forget to let everybody know, your list know, and that about this. Get them exposed to this, because I'm telling you, when they see it, they're going to want in. I'm telling you right now. Okay, so make sure you do that. Yep.
The 21-day game plan, is that for all members of Empowered Network, or that's just something that
Titan.
particularly who's under?
No, just Titan. Just members of Titan. That goes to. Yeah. Okay, so with that said, everyone, have a fantastic day today. Have a fantastic weekend if I don't speak to you before then. Back here again Tuesday, 1 p.m. Eastern. And looking forward to hanging out with all you guys and finding out what your guys' results are and what you guys can teach me. So thanks again for hanging out, and have a great day.
Thank you, Carl.
Hey, guys. Get a sale today, right? Okay.
See ya.
All right, bye-bye.
Please.